That's it. This is going to be it right here. Kevin Punter's going to try to break it down. He's from deep. Kevin Punter over the top of Yabusele.
Kevin Punter shocked the entire city of Madrid with this game-winning 3 over Yabusele to give the underdogs Partizan a 1-0 lead. But what happened in Game 2 of the quarterfinals in 2023 would leave everyone speechless.
Now with 5 to go, and there's a foul up top, and there you know it's going to happen sooner or later. Oh boy, oh come on now, this isn't what we want. This is not what we want. This has got to be stopped.
Going up 2-0 in the quarterfinal series against Real Madrid, Partizan had all the momentum on their side heading into Game 3. Everything seemed to go their way, especially with Real's best player Walter Tavares being questionable for this matchup after missing the second half of Game 1 and the entirety of Game 2 due to knee problems. So, while many considered the series to be over, Eddie Tavares decided to give us one of the greatest performances in EuroLeague history. Going into Game 3, Partizan and the Grobbery looked hungrier than ever, and it seemed that all hell was about to break loose for Real in Belgrade. Encouraged by the roaring Stark Arena, Partizan furiously opened up the game with a 12-0 run.
Back his man down, gets to the dots, bulldozing his way inside, left-handed layup with the scoop. There's a power move in, fancy outlet feed, cross court to James Nunnally, who everybody has left, and he pulls up for 3 and strings it from downtown. Real Madrid have yet to put a point on the board. It's a turnover, Madrid with the takeaway, keeps it himself, goes up strong and finishes with the left.
They played phenomenal basketball throughout the first quarter, especially defensively, as they limited Walter Tavares to only 1 field goal in the first 10 minutes of action. In a situation like this, Real's offense had to rely on Nigel Williams-Goss and Canan Musa, who tried their best to keep Madrid within reach.
Pull up 3 off the step back from Canan Musa, tough bucket.
But all this pressure seemed to wake up the beast in Eddie, as he looked completely unstoppable in the second quarter.
Offloads to Eddie Tavares, bullies his way down the lane, stays with it, padding his stats by grabbing his own offensive rebound, equaling their largest lead of the game. Perfect positioning due to a high basketball IQ and terrific instincts is Eddie Tavares, got back to within 7. Nice catch, Eddie Tavares, feeding the man on the inside, and is continuing to make hay. Eddie Tavares.
Tavares did a hell of a job in the second period for Real Madrid, scoring 14 points and grabbing 4 rebounds in that quarter alone. He was virtually unstoppable. The only thing that could stop him during this stretch was the potential foul trouble. So he had to be subbed out 2 minutes before halftime to avoid picking up another foul. It was his presence that almost single-handedly changed the momentum and kept Real in the game as they went into halftime with only a 3-point deficit. And as the defensive attention in the second quarter shifted towards Eddie Tavares, the other Madrid players started getting to their usual spots.
But when you're shooting in a manner that he is, you can't really blame him. Rudy Fernandez, consecutive 3-pointers.
However, the hard part was just now coming. Partizan did not plan on losing on their home floor.
Smailagic fakes the 3, attacks the lane, gets loose of Eddie Tavares and finishes with a 2-fisted flush. Corner 3-pointer, Danilo Andjusic drilling it from downtown. Off the back iron, Smailagic fighting for it, guides it to Yamadar. 3-pointer from Ioannis Papapetru is bottom.
Partizan concentrated all their energy on stopping Tavares, and they started getting into the head of the Real Madrid big man. But instead of getting discouraged, Tavares picked up his level of play with a couple of statement moves in the paint.
Attacks Eddie Tavares, gets to the goal, slapped out of bounds. What a defensive play by Eddie Tavares. Attacks the free throw line, tough take down the lane and forced home in no uncertain terms by Eddie Tavares.
Once again, his performance changed the entire flow of the game, and it started to look like Real was getting back into it. The focus on Tavares opened up an opportunity for the other players on Real to get hot in the second half, and by the end of the third quarter, we had a back-and-forth battle for the lead.
3-pointer fired and landed by Nigel Williams-Goss. Bang, bang, bang indeed. So turnaround J is strung by Tristan Vukovic.
And as other Madrid players started to get hot, Partizan could not focus solely on Eddie anymore. So the floor opened up for him, and he made sure to punish them, scoring 3 straight field goals for Real in the 4th quarter.
They hang it up for Eddie Tavares. Oh, that is absolutely terrific pick and roll basketball. As Tavares rolls to the lane, sets both feet and flushes it with force once again. Dumps it down to the game's high scorer, Eddie Tavares. Huge size advantage, swooping hook across the lane, gets the shooter's roll.
As the game went down to the wire, Tavares came up big time once again, grabbing a huge offensive rebound, and he was fouled with 30 seconds to go. That gave Real Madrid a second chance at closing the game, which led to this amazing play from Nigel Williams-Goss.
Williams-Goss step back 3 over Dante X and buries it! Nigel Williams-Goss with a terrific trifecta to give his team a 3-point lead by breaking the deadlock.
This basket by Williams-Goss gave Real the lead with 24.8 left in the game. One final stop now, and this becomes a series.
They are trailing by 3, Nunnally for 3 off the front line, and that could well be the ball game. Mario Hezonja rips down another rebound, his 14th of the game.
Real Madrid officially got to live another day in the EuroLeague, but at the same time made things interesting, and that would not be possible without Tavares' heroic efforts. You could argue that the fight in Madrid played a role in Real's Game 3 victory, and while you would be somewhat correct, let's not take anything away from this historic performance by Walter Tavares. With Vincent Poirier injured and Gershon Yabusele disqualified, Tavares had to take over the front court for Real, and he did so amazingly. He finished the game with 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks in over 35 minutes of playing time. He played the entire second half except for the final 3.5 seconds. And with Matthias Lasort disqualified as well, he caused serious problems for Partizan in the paint. Tavares' index rating of 41 was obviously his career high, but also the second highest index rating in the EuroLeague playoffs history. This heroic performance by Tavares boosted Real Madrid's enthusiasm and later encouraged him to become the first team in EuroLeague to ever come back from a 2-0 series deficit. To make this performance even more epic, Real ended up winning the 2022-23 EuroLeague title.
The MVP of the 2023 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four is Walter Tavares, number 22.
So Walter Eddie Tavares is the 2023 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four MVP, and how richly deserved it is. The man who was crowned Defensive Player of the Year for the 3rd time in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, receiving that Final Four MVP trophy for the 11th time in their illustrious history. Los Blancos secure yet another crown.
This game was exciting. You gotta check out probably the wildest game in EuroLeague history. Click this video right here and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.